You came in here and I'm to talk to you about a movie I just came through seeing Inside Out 2. Be on the lookout for this movie on YouTube. Like and subscribe below. Um, Tell me what you thought of the movie. Was it good? Would you take your cousin to see it? Maybe not. Your cousin. You take anybody to still see it. But I've seen. Where did we begin with this movie? I'll have to say that it movie, isn't it? So I'm gonna give it a good grade because it's passed. I'm not saying it was the greatest movie of all time, no, but for a copy and paste action movie, it is slightly better, not plot wise because the plot is exactly the same. Um, with a little bit of add additions to it. It's like Madden. You play Madden 24, and then Madden 25 comes out, and you know it's just the same game with roster update. But that's basically this movie. It's the same movie with a roster update, and the person's a little bit older. It's still a fetch quest, and all the little shenanigans that happen in between the fetch and back happen exactly like it happened in the first. So, down left and rights is a generically same movie. How is it better than the first one? It didn't annoy me at the end. That was always the biggest weakness of this movie, of the first one, was that it ended the way it. How do I explain it? In the first movie, they put the depressing part in. It was mostly depressing most of the movie, and it had the nerve to get even more depressing and irritating to watch. Joy was still annoying in the first one, not as much annoying as she was in the first one. They should change her name to Happiness because, boy, I guess they figured Joy doesn't really not be joy. I mean, you don't necessarily not be joyful, but nobody's ever constantly joyful, not in the real world, unless that's your Christian, you got joy in your heart. I mean, even in the hard times, even Christians don't have joy, but I mean, happiness all the time. Well, like they, they're not may not be happy, but they still have joy because they get up in the morning or I woke up this morning. But you know what I mean. The movie explores the emotional state of children in their adolescence. First one was the emotional state of children who barely knows how to count, just learning how to count. This one's about teenagers or a preteen trying to get in touch with her new emotions that she had. The primary emotion being anxiety because everybody's anxious. Everybody's anxious. Which is ridiculous. How people deal with anxiety. I never had anxiety when growing up when I was, um, you know, because there's some people who are anxious and there's some people who aren't. Let me stop playing. Well, everybody's anxious sometimes. We're there trying to keep up with the Joneses, keep up with the best friends, and that's it. I see where this movie is going. She's going to either end up being alone and friendless with anxiety after him, or She would have been fine. She stuck with her friends. This movie would be a lot shorter if she didn't. She kept going the way she's already. But this movie needed a plot, so she had to go there. I mean, Daddy wasn't completely wrong, and she wasn't completely right either. Time, place for certain things. Certain movies have the time and place. But we shouldn't be ran or tethered to our emotions. We are like should not be based on how we feel. The right thing to do is always based on how we feel. That's a Christian perspective. Right. And that sometimes contradicts how we feel at the time. Sometimes the right thing to do goes against our anger. At the time, we want to do something. We want to get revenge, but we know that not ever get right. Sometimes it's better to show mercy and forgive than to act out in anger and imbalance. Sometimes we have to choose to restrain some of the things that we're feeling at the time, or we see propping up at the time. Sometimes we gotta restrain sadness. Sometimes we gotta restrain our joy. Sometimes we gotta restrain our anger, and so forth and so forth, depending on the situation. But this movie did a much better job than the first one. And teaching the story, we're trying to teach the first one. They didn't do it well enough in the first one, and they came back, had another try at it, and did it a little bit better this time. They could do it the first time, right? The first time, it feels like a second chance at doing it right, making this movie done right, and they did it right the second time. So I give them an for effort. Even though it's exactly the same movie. You're looking for something different, exactly what you thought it was going to be when you started out with. If you were thinking after the first movie what they would make the second movie about, it would be exactly what you were thinking. It's exactly what I thought they were going to make the second movie about. It's still about hockey. Good. Now you know, realistically, people's hobbies change when they get older. Now they could have explored this. How do you know that she would continue to like hockey? Maybe she got tired of hockey and wanted to do something different. Where's the motion for that? I want like it would be the end of the world if she didn't do hockey no more. It wouldn't be because kids change sports, sports interests quickly. Let me tell you this. I even changed. I wouldn't say I was a big basketball, but I changed and now I like football. There's something I just change on the dime simply because you went to puberty. Something because you got anxious to be in your you suddenly lose everything else about yourself. My problem with Joy, I'm gonna go stepping into character now is that she's still the same shit she was in the first. She's still trying to micromanage this girl's life. I forget her name. She only wants to keep the things she likes, get rid of the ones. And I said at her very beginning, I said that's not gonna go back to bite her in the behind. It's like it didn't, like it came back to bite her in the behind in the first one. It came back to bite her in the behind in this one. Spoiler alert. Let me tell you, I do not like Joy's character. It's alright. It's slightly better than the first one. Slightly better. But not much. It's like she sort of semi regress. No, there's a lot to work. And pseudo regress. She's still trying to micromanage Riley's life to fix her, you know what that's called? Narcissism. Joy is a giant narcissist. She's letting the girl grow. And she, what ends up happening is exactly what you would expect to happen in the end. She learned a lesson. And what she do, exactly what she did in the first one. She, yeah, she's exactly what she was in the first one, was in the second one. She wanted to micromanage it. She go through the movie. She has these fits. She emotional breakdown. Then she learns a lesson. And then, you know, she learns a lesson. And I don't know, she already know her stuff like that. He copy and paste the first one. Copy and paste. It's exactly the same movie, beat for beat, emotional turn for emotional turn, except for the laugh, and this time is different, probably, but not so for the emotions. But it's exactly the same movie, done better, slightly better. Prove me wrong. And as a kid's movie, it's supposed to be different. You're probably right. Actually, just give me a little bit over here for kids movie. Family movie, whatever, tagging. But it is what it is. That's my opinion of the movie. It's the exact same movie as the first one. Until next time, I'm not sure when the next time we'll be able to watch the movie. We got fun unless I can get A-list back again. I'll have to start watching my movies on the free app. But until then, like and subscribe. You know.